How do you fight gravity when welding? It's not easy, but in this video, we're breaking down two of the most challenging positions, 3G and 4G weld. Let's start with 3G. Vertical welding is where a lot of beginners struggle. The molten pool is constantly being pulled downward by gravity, and if you don't control it properly, you'll end up with sagging welds and poor bead shape. So here's what matters. First, electrode angle. Keep your rod at about a 60-degree angle to the lower plate, and direct your force upward, not downward. Then use a small zigzag motion. Pause slightly on both sides to let the weld pool spread and fuse properly, and move faster through the center to avoid excessive buildup. If one pass doesn't give you enough fillet size, just add another layer. For the second pass, switch to a reverse crescent motion. Again, pause on the sides for proper fusion and move slightly faster in the middle. This helps you achieve good sidewall fusion without overfilling the center. Now let's move on to overhead welding. This is even more challenging than vertical, because now the molten pool is fully working against gravity. It's very easy to get excessive buildup or even dripping metal. So first, safety, make sure you're properly protected. Next, body position, stay stable. A supported stance like a squat helps reduce hand movement and keeps your arc steady. Technique-wise, use attack and release rhythm. Strike the arc seed. Create a small puddle, then extinguish it quickly. Each new arc should start slightly ahead of the previous one. Keep the timing tight and consistent. You're essentially linking small weld pools together to form a continuous bead. You can also listen to the sound. If you hear a slight breakthrough from the backside, stop the arc and wait until the pool cools down to a dull red before continuing. Throughout the process, use the electrode to hold the molten pool in place. This helps prevent it from dropping while avoiding concavity on the backside. Once your root pass is done, move on to filling. When restarting, strike the arc about an inch ahead, then quickly bring it back to overlap with the previous weld pool. Make sure the edge is fused properly before continuing with a reverse crescent motion. Finally, the cap pass. Since the fill layers usually use higher current for penetration, you'll want to reduce it for the cap. For example, bring it down to around 90 amps with arc force at about 20 amps. Vertical and overhead welding are among the most difficult positions. There's no shortcut, only repetition and control of the weld pool will get you there. If you're currently practicing these positions, drop a comment and let me know where you're getting stuck. And if you want more real-world welding tips, make sure to subscribe.